Hey everyone, welcome back to Colourful Indian. I know my face is looking a bit weird right now. I started putting on my eyeshadow base because I was getting ready to like start, you know, my look with the Boxycharm palette of the month, and then I suddenly realized that there was skincare inside and I had forgotten to put it on my face. So yes, only one eye has a base. But anyway, if you're new here, I want to say welcome. Today we're going to be using the January 2023 makeup products and skincare products in here, and we're going to like create a look. I'm totally excited about this. If you haven't seen my previous video, which was the unboxing of, you know, this particular box, you can go and check that out. But yeah, this is the video where we basically try everything on, and I want to give you my first impressions of the products. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm really excited to try these products. As you saw in the unboxing video, I was super excited about all of these, and I just can't wait to start. Okay, so I'm gonna separate it into like skincare and lip balm. Ooh, okay, fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start by applying my Earth Harbor, and then I'm going to remove this. I always have a lip balm on my mouth because my mouth tends to get very dry. I do have to remove that now so that I can actually use this vitamin E lip balm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it on as I do my look so that, you know, my lips have moisture and they feel good. Air drying my face. Okay, so let's start with the Earth Harbor Nebula. So it says apply 2 or more drops after cleansing and toning as needed. Okay, so I had actually cleansed and toned my face prior to this. I always have my skincare on before I start my makeup look, so I'm just going to apply maybe 1 drop for each section of my face. Okay. Ooh, it's very watery. Okay, let's see how that... Oh, okay, so this feels like it's very like oily. Wow, you can see how much oil there is. It's okay though, because I don't mind. I have no problem with extra hydration on my skin. I don't know if this has a smell at all, but it just feels like kind of like a oil, like a face oil. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So now I'm going in for the shade Manifest from Persona, which is the lip balm that I showed you guys yesterday. So you can definitely see that the color is coming through. It's a very strong red. I wasn't expecting so much color. Okay, so this is obviously not going to be how I finish up the look. I'm just keeping this on for moisture, but we have so far gone through 2 products now. I think that this feels really nice. It doesn't feel super oily. It just feels really good. And I'm pretty happy with it because I'm probably going to keep that in my bag because I love having, you know, lip balms in all of my bags. Okay, so the first thing I want to go in with is the eyeshadow primer and base, because obviously, as you have seen in my channel, I always have a base on. I think that it's really important to have a base because it just makes the the eyeshadow color a lot more intense. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to apply it to my eye. It's very thick. I didn't expect it to be this kind of consistency. I think the P. Louise one is definitely not as thick, but I don't really think that's a bad thing. I kind of really love the coverage that I'm getting on this. It's just that maybe in some of the areas I may have to like blend it out. I don't know if this is the kind of base where you have to like tap it down to make it like tacky. But I do like the coverage, I have to say that. I really do think the coverage is fantastic, and it seems to be even easier to kind of get your eye covered up with something this high coverage, to be honest. So I know I should be using a brush, but I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to... Honestly, I hate cleaning brushes like that I use for my base because they often require so much more work. So I prefer using my finger nowadays to just get that. I mean, I wouldn't do it for someone else, but for my own face, then yeah, I would use my fingers. I can already tell just from one application that this base is drier than the usual bases that I use. That would be the P. Louise one, because for P. Louise, even when I'm taking the same amount that I take from the P. Louise base, and it does not show up this well. Alright, so I have the Wonder Beauty palette out now, and I'm ready to get into these shades. I don't think that I'm going to be using all of them, but I'm going to try and use as many as I possibly can from here, just so that I can get an idea. And of course with the shimmers, as you know from my other videos, I will definitely be using my NYX glitter glue to get those shimmers to show up as much as possible. I'm going to start with, I think, the darkest shade, and then I'm going to blend that out. So let me get a brush. I need a smaller brush, not too big. Okay, I've got my brush. I'm going in with the shade Day Trip. So Day Trip is this one right, yeah, this one over here. Okay, so let's take some and put that on my eyes. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow, I'm actually really liking this. I'm gonna zoom in so that you can get a better view of my eyes. Can you see this? It's very, very pigmented. I do like the way this is looking. I think it's very, very pretty. I'm going to do the other eye as well. Alright, the next shade that I want to go in with is called Into the Clouds, and this is what the shade looks like. It's like a very dusty purple kind of shade. Just adjusting the lighting over there. Okay, let's put that maybe here in the center and connect it to that brown and bring it downwards here. As you can probably see, I am stamping. I'm not blending, so you can see how that's looking. It's not bad. It's actually quite pigmented. So far I'm pretty happy with the way that the palette's working. Okay, so now there are two shades that I can kind of blend these mattes out with, and that would be Vacation Mode, which is this one over here, and then the other matte would be this one right over here. So I'm going to use both those to blend out the shades that I've already kind of put down. So I will start with Vacation Mode because that's like a lighter brown shade, and I'm going to blend out that brown over here. I'm going to take it from the top and I'm going to go downwards. This is to buff out those edges so that you don't have like super strict lines on your skin. I actually really like just working with the mattes. I feel that they're pretty pigmented and it's kind of fun to blend. However, I'm not so sure I like just the mattes on my face. It looks kind of nice, but I feel like from my skin tone, I definitely need those shimmers. Okay, so let's go in with Window Seat, which is the other purple. I'm going to blend out this over here now. I'm just going to connect it to that other shade, and we're just going to take it all the way down. So by the time you finish this particular step over here, you should not have, you know, any base showing. It should all be blended out. You can see that it definitely is. So that's how your eyes will end up looking if you're going to be creating the look that I'm creating, at least. Okay, I'm going to go with Out of Office first. That is this dark, deep shade right over there. And I think I will go in with some of those stunning duochromes because honestly they look so beautiful. So for this I'm going to need a packer brush. A packer brush is like this. It's usually a bit wider than a normal brush. It's also flat. So this is the kind of brush that you want to use when you're picking up shimmers, simply because it will get a very good amount onto your brush, and it will basically deliver the color that you're searching for. And of course, before we do that, I want to add my NYX glitter glue. I don't want to go in without a glitter glue because I think that it's very, very important. I'm going to tap that. Oh wow, look at that. That's the deepest purple shade, and you can see how it's showing up. I think that I accidentally put it a bit too much out there. I'm going to have to go in and blend that out without a doubt, but the fact that it's showing up this well is really, really promising. I'm going to be a bit more careful on this side. You can see how deep that purple is. It's very, very pretty. So I don't really have complaints. I think it's a very, very pretty shade. Okay, so that's going to be shade number 1. Let's go in with another purple. I'm going to go in with Frequent Flyer, which is a gorgeous shimmer. I'm super excited about this one. I'm going to stamp that on top of the deep one because I want to get, oh my goodness, that is stunning. Wow, That is a beautiful purple. I love this. It's so beautiful. So the formula for these shimmers are, they're definitely drier. That's what I'm noticing. But I don't mind dry shimmers because I have oily lids. So a dry shimmer is actually sometimes my best friend. Oh my goodness. Can you see how pretty that is? That is gorgeous. It really is. Okay, I'm super excited and I'm looking at my brush and I'm just showing it to you. Like all the product is getting off the brush. There's barely anything, like there's just like 1 or 2 specks of like glitter on there. So I love formulas like that because it means the formula is actually getting onto my face. So I'm already happy with that. Okay, what should I go for next? This is the complex part, I think, because there's so many shimmers that I want to try. I think that I'm gonna go in with Sweet Dreams, which is that gorgeous kind of like iridescent purple that I was showing you. I was telling you that there were duochromes in the palette. I think that this may be, you know, really, really beautiful just to kind of put in the center or like close to the center. Oh, wow. Okay, loving this, absolutely loving this. That is absolutely stunning. So again, as I told you, definitely a drier formula. It's not like, if you're expecting creamy with this, you're gonna be disappointed. But you don't actually need a super creamy formula to get, you know, good pigment. As you can see, that's how it's showing up. Okay, so I do have space, I think, on my eyes for maybe 2 more colors. I'm so keen to try and like get every single one of these shades on my eyes. Okay, so there's 2. I think I'm gonna go in with On Holiday because that was the other duochrome shade that I saw, and I'm just so excited to try this out. So let's grab some of that. This is what the shade looks like. It kind of has like a gold pink sparkle to it. It looks very, very pretty, and I'm so excited to see how this is gonna look. I'm gonna take that and put that here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love that. I really, really do. I absolutely love that color. It's beautiful. It is so, so beautiful. Like, I don't always love eyeshadow palettes, but I think this is looking really, really pretty. I'm super happy about it. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush and I'm just gonna take the deepest brown shade in the palette and I'm gonna go underneath my eyes, just to kind of have that continuation of color. Okay, so I just finished putting my foundation on. My face looks really, really shiny, so I actually think I should have used less of the Earth Harbor Nebula. I think that this is really for intense hydration, and I think that, you know, if you're going to use it with makeup, you definitely need to apply a lot less than what I did, because as you saw, I think I applied 4 or 5 drops on my skin. Not that I'm complaining though, I don't mind. I think I will go in with like a setting powder, but like I think that 4 or 5 drops should be used at night. Like, I don't think that with makeup, I'm just not really sure how long this would probably last through the day. So I'm just going to take that other shade from the palette. It's called Carry On, and I'm using it as my highlighter shade, and I'm just putting it in the inner corners of my eyes like this. I think that it looks pretty nice. So the only shade I haven't used is First Class, and that is a gold, like a very white gold kind of shade. It's this one right over here, but we have actually used every single shade in this Sweet Escape palette. Hey everyone, so this is what it's looking like. I just put the lashes on and I've decided to go in with a setting powder. It's called Real Her Set Your Gold Blurring Veil, and that's just to kind of make my face look less oily. So as you can see, I've applied like a layer over here under my eyes, and you can see this is the side where the oil, you know, is still showing quite a bit. Going in with this, I think this is a foundation brush. It's a flat brush and it's quite big, and I'm just tapping off the excess right now because I don't want like a pile of powder in one place. And I will let you know what that's gonna look like. I just don't want too much powder on my face right now. Seriously, there's so much tapping of powder today. Okay, putting it underneath my eye. Can definitely see that powder flying everywhere. Oh yeah, okay, so I think that now my skin is looking more matte. This is supposed to be a blurring powder as well, but I don't mind having like a bit of that oily stuff because I feel like it gives a natural highlight. Like, I'm looking at my face right now and I'm like, wow, this actually looks really good. The last product is the Shina B Rose, you know, Rosa Cream Blush. So I'm just gonna grab that and I'm gonna use the same brush to apply the blush liberally. So that is the color of the blush. You can see it right over there. I showed this to you in my other video as well. I'm taking a flat brush. There's no more powder on this because I put it on my face. I'm dipping into that a bit. Can't really see any color coming onto that brush, but okay, there is a bit of color. I was mistaken. Okay, so now I'm just taking the blush downwards because I want to add a natural flush, and I watched someone on TikTok and they were saying that this, when you take it downwards, it's actually like more natural because that's how your face actually flushes in real life. And obviously I kind of like natural, so I'm taking it down as well. Also, I'm wondering and asking myself why I haven't used this brush more. It's so awesome. Okay, yeah, this really does look natural. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the Shine Up blush, but I actually really like it. I hope you can see that natural color like I can. It's very, very faint, but so subtle and just perfect, really. I really like this, I really do. I'm just gonna add the remaining product to the top of my face. And yeah, this is basically, you know, all 5 products on my face. Let me get dressed and I'll come back. Alright, so this is the final look, and I just went and, you know, put on some new clothes and some jewelry. So we have finally gone through all 5 products, and what are my thoughts on them? Okay, so I'm gonna rate the products, I think. that would be the easiest way to go about it. So first of all, with the Nebula, you know, serum, it seems to be very, very hydrating. Even though I have put a setting powder, you can see the way my face is just glowing, and I don't necessarily dislike it. I actually think it's really nice. I feel like it gives me a very natural glow. The one thing I would do different is apply less drops, I think, the next time I apply it in the daytime. But I think if it was nighttime, I would go with the same number, which was 4 to 5 drops on my face and for my neck and stuff. It felt really, really nice, very soothing, and it definitely, my face feels very moisturized right now, so I'm very, very happy about that. The next thing that I tried was the Persona E-Balm. I did like this a lot. So, okay, so skincare, Nebula, I think I will give it a 5 out of 5. This E-Balm over here seems really, really nice. Definitely something that's compact. I can keep it inside a bag and everything. So giving that a 5 out of 5 as well, because it did hydrate my lips. And, you know, after I had finished all the makeup, I needed to wear my lipstick, obviously, and I felt like my mouth was soft. So it did what it was, it did what it needed to do, and I was happy about that. For the eyeshadow palette, I just wanted to say that, first of all, the formula is definitely a lot drier than other eyeshadow shimmers that you'll see, you know, nowadays, especially with the indie brands and everything that I try out. I know that it's very like buttery. This is not like that. This is definitely like a drier eyeshadow, but the way that it's lasted on my skin and the vibrancy of color has lasted, and it looks exactly like how it was when I first applied it. So for that itself, I'm pretty impressed. The only thing is there were a couple of colors that I felt could have done better. That was the 10th color, which I actually put here. This actually is all 10 colors sitting on my face right now. I'm so happy that I was able to do that, because I'm able to give you a better review of the colors since I've used all 10. So because of that, as I look at my eyes right now, I feel that they have sat there perfectly. That base has worked so freaking well. I'm so impressed by it. I'm so impressed by the way that the colors blended on my skin as well, how they've lasted. If I just zoom in, you can see for yourself how beautiful these are. These colors are stunning, and there's no creasing, absolutely no creasing, which is amazing, because I think sometimes with my peeloos, I actually do have tiny bits of creasing every now and then, and I just consider that normal and I just move on with it. But with this, I feel like it's just a different base. I've never used it before. I'm super impressed though. So the base is a 5 out of 5 for me, without even like batting an eyelid. I'm like, yes, this base is freaking awesome. I like the consistency. It definitely works with people with oily eyelids. So I'm like, yes, yes, all the way for that. And the eyeshadow palette also works with people with oily eyelids, because clearly you can see how it's looking. It's working very, very well. I just wanted to give you some of the makeup details before I proceed on to the blush. For my mouth, I actually used Lime Crime in this shade, which is Fetish. I went over that with a lip gloss from Ulak Cosmetics. And if you want to get Ulak, let me know, because I have a code for it. You get 40% off. And then, of course, we come to the final product, which is the Shine Up Bee Cream Blusher. I absolutely love the product. I felt that it gave a very, very natural like flush to my skin. Even now as I'm looking at it, it kind of feels like it's just a natural flush. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing product. So this is what the color is actually like. And I used a thick, like you saw the brush that I used to apply the product, and you know the brush did pick up a little bit. I didn't want a super, super bright pink on my face, but the way that it's kind of applied the blush just makes me look like I have a very natural flush, even as I do it now. So yeah, you know, this is basically all 5 products being reviewed. I love the blush too, by the way, because of the natural flush. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. So this box, everything in this box has been 5 out of 5 for me. I'm very, very happy with the box. So that's all that I have for you today with the Boxycharm 2023 January box. First box of the year, and it's been amazing. I'm very, very happy with it. And I think that, you know, if you want any more information, just reach out, drop a comment below. I'm happy to give it to you. If you are planning to pick up your own Boxycharm, then use my code because you'll get some money off. And I will see you very soon for another video. Until then, I hope that you stay safe. Lots of love. Bye.